Welcome back, everyone. Everyone is pretty happy with the way Bitcoin is going at the moment. We are just about topping at just over 21K at the moment. A lot of people are quite happy that we're not testing these lows from the 18th of June, which is that roughly 17.5K. We've also pulled ahead away from that 30th of June low at around 18.5K, give or take. But I've done a bit of analysis, time analysis on the Bitcoin chart, and roughly every between 28 to about 48 days, we see a major shift in Bitcoin. And I'm doing this video because I think that we could be definitely about to hit that next week. That's right. So next week, I am thinking that there is going to be a trend that's going to smash Bitcoin down. And we'll go through it little bit by little bit, but let's just have a look at where we are at the moment. And then we'll look at USDT Dominance and total market cap too. So having a look at where we are right now, this is the retracement I've been playing around with for a little while now. Now, let's just pay attention to this bar here on the 8th of July. The 8th of July is a huge, huge, huge volume day. Guys, when I say huge, I mean massive. Bitcoin got traded, more than 400,000 units worth of Bitcoin got traded in one day on the Binance exchange. We haven't had that happen, and keep an eye on this bar. Look how big it is. We haven't had that happen since roughly May of last year when we had the big dump. And before that, if you want to go even further, we have to go back to about the COVID crash, which was around March 2020. So a lot of volume came into the market just a couple days ago. And unfortunately, I have to call it like I see it. The bar looks absolutely atrocious. It means all of this volume came to the market to try to get it higher, and we couldn't pull past 22.5 roughly before coming back, slammed down and closed underneath what we opened. Disaster, not a good look. Then we get the next day and we get an inside bar, most likely due to it being a weekend, but we still have a no demand bar, which basically means there's just no one pumping up the coin at the moment. It all got dumped on this day and no one's coming to support the market. Now we have the Sunday open and we're opening. We haven't even tested on the upside. We're just seeing where we close in the next coming hours. The one sliver of hope is that this is on a weekend. This bar is on a weekend, this bar is on a weekend, and this is on a Friday. So typically, I say typically, weekend volumes are lower than weekdays just because traders and investors take the weekend off, obviously. So we'll have to see what happens. But even so, the 8th of July bar is huge. And the 9th of June, which is a Saturday, is also, you can see the white average line is above average. Sunday, below average. We'll see what happens. We still got another 14.5 hours of the day. So we'll have to see how we close. But at the moment, that bar is really ugly. And you're going to have to see if there's any buyers left to support the market to try to get the price back up, because this is going to be a major resistance area from here on out until we break through it. And I don't think we're going to break through it anytime soon. So we'll definitely be giving the 50% a go, probably in the coming days, maybe coming weeks, but I think so in the coming days. Why do I think that? Well, let's just look at some time analysis and start looking at Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has had very, very big moves every roughly 30 days. So let's have a look at them piece by piece. So we had our big dump on the 13th of June. Then approximately 35 days before that, we had another big dump day, which happened on about the 9th of May. So you can see Bitcoin on the 9th of May fell down 11.6% in the one day, and that is huge for Bitcoin. You can also see here on the 13th of June, 15% Bitcoin fell in a day. So we had a bit of distribution playing out here, couldn't hold it, broke the neckline, and back down we go. If we have another look at time analysis, again, starting from the 9th of May, up until the next crash, that came in at around April 11th, which wasn't 11%, but still 6% for the day of Bitcoin going down is quite huge as well. And you can see the volume bar at the middle, high volume day, big dump off day, again, before distribution played out and we had the next crash. Going from that low from the 11th of April up until the next crash. Now, this next one was a bit, take your pick and see which one you sort of liked. But that came out roughly at the big peak here on the 28th of February. On the 28th of February, we had a 14.5% increase in price in Bitcoin on the day. Now, like I said, take your picking because shortly after that, we had a 7.8% decrease in price, but we ultimately did break through it and we managed to hold that low that came in on February 28 and that low that came in during the Russia and Ukraine low on February 24th. So you can see that took about 42 days to play out. Then looking at that high that we made from the 14.5% increase on the 28th of February till the last crash, which was on the 21st of January, where we fell 10% in the day, that was 38 days. Then from the 21st of January up until the next low that we had, which was on December 4th, we fell 8.3% on that day. So roughly every between, call it roughly 30 days, Bitcoin seems to have these moves either to the upside or the downside. The reason why I think we're going to go lower is because of this ugly bar on the 8th of July. And following that, the no demand bar on the 9th of July. So it just looks like there's not enough buyers coming to support this thing. And I expect there to be a bit of a dump coming next week. So roughly, if we go with our 30 days, we've had this dump, which happened here on the 13th of June. So if we grab our ruler and we go to the 13th and we average about 30 days, that takes us to the 13th of July. roughly, which is this Wednesday. Now, this lines up very well with some other announcements. If you looked at my previous video, I talked about the CPI data coming from the US on that day. So the market could start pricing these in the coming days. It doesn't have to be bang on 30 days, but look for next week to be a highly volatile week. Should this time analysis play out and be correct? The other side is that with USDT dominance. If we have a look at USDT dominance, this is the chart we've been playing around with for a little while. And you can see USD dominance did find support at that swing bottom on the 8th of July. And that swing bottom came in on the 26th of June. And to confirm it, we had the breakout on the 13th of June, which USDT dominance increased by 14%. So we had our triple bottom playing out and support was there for USDT dominance, which means that altcoins are going to bleed a little bit more. And lo and behold, if you have a look at my watch list here, you will see how many cryptos are bleeding out. No, it's not to say that this is the end, this is what's going to happen, this is the final low. We're not saying that at all. All we're trying to do is just have a bit of probability and looking at multiple charts to affirm our suspicions. If we have a look at total market cap 2, you will see as well that we had a double top play out and we came out lower. So we had 26th of June high, then we came to the lower high top on the 8th of July. Now again, maybe we'll get a more increase and we'll be able to break through this trend, but I can't tell you how bad it is that we had a double top play out and we had a higher low playing out. So there's your first low, there's your second higher low, and we'll see what happens. Again, high volume, and you're going to see a bit of a decrease happening. And finally, to close it off, we have Bitcoin dominance finding support at its 50% at roughly 44%. You can see how well this tool works. Bounced off it, literally on point, closed above it, bounced off of it, closed it, tested the 50%, not once, but twice, and now we're on our way up. So look for alts to continue to bleed. Bitcoin might be able to have some support coming at, but alts will definitely begin to bleed in the coming days, I suspect. We'll have to wait and see. It's not to say that this is going to be 100% correct. Again, it's all about probabilities. So bookmark this video. Let's see how it goes and how it ages in the coming days. But look for Bitcoin to definitely find some sort of selling in the coming days, because that bar that I showed you on the 8th of June is a really, really ugly one. But that's going to do it for this short video. I hope it helped. If it did, smash the like button, give me a subscribe. Until then, everyone, stay safe, and I will catch you on the next video.